Welcome to the Realistic Viewer channel, where we take a realistic perspective for progress. My name is Ivan, and today let's talk about buyer's remorse and how to avoid it as a seller of products, but also as a consumer. First, the definition of buyer's remorse. Buyer's remorse is defined as the Cambridge Dictionary says, a feeling of regret after making a choice or purchase. Let's take the seller's perspective towards the customer to get not only the perfect sale, but also have alarm signals which you can use to avoid the wrong person altogether. Step 1. Provide the correct information and complete information in regards to your product and services. Considering the state of the current market and the fact that we as consumers have more options than ever before, it is always important to inform yourself as much as possible beforehand. This is to get an understanding of the basics of the product, as well as to be able to fact check what the seller is telling you corresponding to the information available. The human element that makes us liable to change or persuasion is a bit higher the moment that we aren't currently all sure and aware about the options that we have, which could lead as a result to a remorse element, as we might later find a better alternative for our chosen product. Now, step number 2 is to listen and communicate. After your initial contact with the consumer from a buyer's perspective, the consumer should give you as much as possible information in regards to their wishes and benefits that they seek from their product. In this way, you are able to not only avoid getting a product that has unwanted features, but also gives the salesperson a perspective on how they can help you as effective as possible. Now, from a salesperson perspective, guide your consumer through the necessary steps that they need to partake with the product so that they can achieve their intended goal. If possible, try to be as detailed as possible if a product you are selling is a little bit more premium or more expensive. If a consumer is going to buy the product and might be aware of the smaller intrinsic details that can make and break their experience, it is more likely that they will return or are able to inform other consumers in regards to the service that they received from you, and in the longer run lead to more sales and more loyalty from the consumer itself. I can speak from experience, as I have a certain brand that I like to buy clothes from, but this is due to the actual service that I get from the store itself. They give me the options. Sometimes they even give me a little more of a premium service, some discounts, etc. In that way, you actually create loyalty and in the longer run lead to more sales. Now, something else which might even sound stupid, but you should consider it. Evaluate if you even need the product. As a sales representative, the goal is of course to stimulate new sales purchases. But as a consumer, it is sometimes of importance to take a cold hard look at your needs. Do you need a new shirt, a new bag, a new phone, a new headphone, especially if the product is a little bit above your budget? In that case, always evaluate your primary needs, and if you can afford it to splash a little bit on your purchase, go for it. Otherwise, postpone your decision, sleep a day, and consider the pros and cons. For a salesperson, don't be afraid to let a consumer walk. Give them the space to evaluate their options so that they don't get the feeling that you are pushing the product just to get a sale. The fact that you give them the opportunity to consider their option makes it more likely that they will return towards your store the moment that the time is right. This was my video on buyer's remorse. I hope that this advice helps you when it's time to make that purchase. But also, if you have to sell the product, provide better customer service, etc. Subscribe for more marketing, YouTube tips, and more in the future. This is Ivan from the Realistic Viewer channel, helping you achieve more.